But believe it or not, did you know Joe Biden is still president?
No.
I still can't sort of believe it. Washington Post had a story out yesterday. I think it may possibly be the most delusional story coming from like 5 different angles about how he regrets dropping out of the race. The headline: Joe Biden's lonely battle to sell his vision to American of American democracy. In his presidency's final chapter, Biden has mused about whether he should have handled some decisions differently. One of those being that his decision to drop out. In the first place.
He's saying he thought he could have beat Donald Trump. It's an easy thing to say.
Yeah.
You know, I wasn't in the championship game. I lost in the semis, but I would have won the championship game if I'd made this. I'm using it now in fantasy football. Joe Biden, I'm using that exact same excuse.
Maybe he's just saying he was better than maybe what he's saying is I was better than Kamala. I had a better chance than Kamala.
And who knows? But he did say in the Washington Post, they're saying, he said, Biden and some of his aides still believe he should have stayed in the race. Despite the rocky debate performance and low poll numbers that prompted Democrats to pressure him to drop out, Biden and his aides have told people in recent days that he could have defeated Trump. Aides say the president has been careful not to place blame on Harris or her campaign.
What's so interesting about that, though, is that this whole thing was an off-the-record, anonymous quotes back and forth, and both sides are treated, the Harris supporters and the Biden supporters are treating one another with such kid gloves, being so careful.
Why do you think?
I think because they both know so much about the others that they don't want that the Biden people in the White House don't want the Harris people really coming out and talking about how bad things were, and vice versa.
Right, because the covering up of Joe Biden's mental decline is one of the biggest scandals of our time, actually, and both sides were implicated. Both sides participated in that. I want to show this clip of Joe Biden at the debate. I think we have a montage. Do we not? Do we not? All right, let's watch that.
That $2 trillion tax cut benefited the very wealthy. What I'm going to do is fix the tax system. For example, we have 1,000 trillionaires in America. Billionaires in America. If they just paid 24%, 25%, either one of those numbers, they'd raise $500 billion, I should say, making sure that we're able to make every single solitary person eligible for what I've been able to do with the COVID, with dealing with everything we have to do with, look, if we finally beat Medicare.
Thank you, President Biden.
And I'm going to continue to move until we get the total ban on the total initiative relative to what we're going to do with more Border Patrol and more asylum officers.
President Trump?
I really don't know what he said at the end of that sentence. I don't think he knows what he said either. Look.
Donald Trump won the debate right there. That was the end of it.
You like old movies. Is it On the Waterfront or Marlon Brando? I could have been a contender.
Yeah.
That's right. He could have won. But for that.
I'm Steve Ducey.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.